Hello SGD, I saw a comment, make a video on this, and I had a look, and a nice and easy one. So, well, okay, here do we come to bright insight. Romans couldn't build Roman temples, cut granite, impossible, lost high ancient technology, so forth. Petra, sandstone, it's impossible, evidence of a lost high technology, just all that. Anyway, but so it goes into Min. And we have two photos there. These are screenshots from his presentation. All right, so, well, had lost knowledge. Now, in the video, he tries to separate lost knowledge from technology, but he's coming back to the same thing. It's tech, because we're talking technology, essentially. He even says it at the end. So at the beginning, oh, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about lost knowledge. I totally agree that there is lost knowledge, and they're a lot smarter than what we give them credit for. But this is just ridiculous. And anyway, so research, come join my tour, pay thousands of dollars for me to point at stones and say that this indicates that they had knowledge of sperm. And that's what he's saying is a sperm, because it's coming from Mr. Phallus there. Well, phallus, fallacy. Okay, so they had, yeah, really, geez, technology, sperm, they knew about it. Well, DNA, all this stuff, they seem to know about all these things, but that's what he's mentioning, that represents sperm. And yeah, especially at the end, the deniers will, and the deniers, and I don't remember this in my textbook. Well, all right, there are free to look textbooks available. Anyone who's into this and who wants to ask people to join tours should be familiar with this. But come on, it's inexcusable, really, and it's a scam, it's a fraud, it's a con, or it's just like delusional. Is another explanation, charitable explanation, lazy / delusional. I think more because they're charging money for it. That's a scam. Anyway, well, pyramids, there is again, so they had sperm, but it begins with there were no mummies found in pyramid copper. Well, yes, there were pieces of mummies found, but the pyramids themselves, like, where's the intact one? Even as late as the Greek and Roman period, the Great Pyramid was open. These things have all been looted in antiquity. Was there a mummy in all of them in the past? I don't know. I can't say. I would lean towards that, but I can't say. But that there was nothing found. Just Google it. Well, no, there was. Just Google it. They were found. In especially, for instance, the step pyramid, a piece was found in there. Was that added later? I don't know. But so that could stand. But again, it's just technically not correct. And also that there's no record. No, there are records of pyramids. It's in the high, again, it's gardeners, it's in buildings, parts of buildings, etc. Like, literally, when it comes to things, it's the tools are not there. Well, no, but there's a section on tools. It's in the archaeological record, but they'll keep telling you, oh, it doesn't. It's not there. It's not there. But it is, and they are. Including tools that are like not physically found anymore because they're made of wood and other things as well. But so yeah, pyramid is in there. Parts of a human body, phallus, Mr. Johnson, or phallus with liquid issuing from it. Phallus with liquid issuing from it. There was also a hieroglyph for bull, and this is not the holy hand grenade. This is excrement. So that's bull excrement. Yeah, so you can put them together. We come back to this. And well, all right. So firstly, the hieroglyphs stand because they make sense. It's like if you decipher the English alphabet, and then it works on all the other words, and you can read the text how it stands. So again, this is not but this or something, or but this, or it was no. All these texts, the hieroglyphs work. So again, they'll always be shifting the goalposts, or what about this? Oh, but this. Well, no, it's just. The hieroglyphs stand, and they're readable. They back each other up. So when it comes to these images, okay, that's forearm with handhold. Now this has to do with give, or as we'll see later. Now come to the next one. So that's also there as well, connected to it, right there. Forearm with hand hot now. So just to highlight it a bit more, we also have variations on that. Forearm with hand holding a rounded loaf, forearm with hand holding bowl. These have to do with gifts, presentations, offerings, and so forth. So again, if you focus on one hieroglyph, well, it's easy to make this case. Now this wiggly line is actually a piece of that's a laser beam. No, sorry. They had graphic equalizers back in the day. The oscilloscopes. They could read the sound. That's what it is there. These aren't snakes. These are snakes. Kings of the snakes wearing electric crowns. That's what they are. Because it's not like these Budge or Gardner and all these other hieroglyph guides. They're in the mysterious, impregnable world of the the Egyptologists and the scholars. They hide this stuff from you. It's not like freely available, almost Egyptology 101 type of stuff. No, it's hidden away. It's hidden away. So there you go. Now I have access to the billionaire Freemason Google, where I can get into these things because I have special permission. This is not like just basic research. I've got magical privileges I have to do these things. So back to that symbol. So we see it's like offering. Now here we go. Now that's the sperm. Well, the deniers. How is this done? The deniers. Well, screw me sideways, mate. Come on. This is, again, common symbol, man receiving purification, combination of a vase with which water flows, okay, horn, but also combination of the horn with a vase of water, purification. Pure, clean, purification. Again, this makes sense in the larger context. So when you're reading any of these texts, this makes, this is repeated. What is it? It's it's there. It's used in different aspects. It's a jar of water in regards to purification. Now this is it's a jar pouring out water in regards to purification. Now you'll see this same sort, the purification, pouring out the water. This is just again a common symbol. So phallus with liquid issuing from it. Well, again, it doesn't take, you don't have to be a genius to interpret that one. Yeah. And jar. So don't cross the stream of water and a stream of either urine or jizz. And okay. Anyway, so let's play along. All right. So the Roman Empire. So it spread from Italy down into Iraq, down to Saudi Arabia and Egypt. Huge territory. How did the bureaucracy communicate effectively across such a vast territory? Wow, how the hell did they do that? Well, it's pretty obvious. You just look at the symbols. Here's an artifact. They had, flying schlongs, hybrid schlongs. So that they could land safe. These were like sea schlongs. To land. If you're just going from a lake, you can, on your eggs, you just sort of land on the water as buoyancy things. So they're sea schlongs for But then if you're going to land on land, well, you need your hybrid legs, and so that's how the Romans. It's obvious. I mean, like, how can you deny this? This is undeniable. Like lost high technology. They had giant flying Johnsons. How else did they communicate? Now, well, you think, you're stretching it. Well, just think about this. Airmail. Now, again, it's a subtle hint. They've dropped this little hint in there for you. Airmail. Airmail. Mail Johnson. Well, let's look at that plane. What do you have there? It's actually a giant flying freaking Johnson. Air schlong. This is like it's just there. It's in your face. How can you deny this? This is obviously a gold winning schlong. He's got the medals there. Double gold medalist. And the word hybrid. So we have these hybrid schlongs on schlongs. With horse or cattle feet, on there on the schlong. Well, hybrid comes from the Latin hybrida or mongrel. So, obviously the Romans were making hybrid animal land sharks and flying Johnsons, like a bull Johnson, I mean, it's obvious, and here's the levitation apparatus as well, in case they needed to go into, outer space to, their space stations, obviously, But hybrid, well, it's a Prius, it's a hybrid for the people and Senate of obviously the Romans had, hybrid cars. How can you deny this? It's just obvious. Yeah. So, but just off the map there. So, in Sumeria, southern Iraq, down near Basra. What did they have? Well, it's look, this is obviously an ancient artifact, but well, let's look how similar it is. The Aliens is from that franchise, obviously, but well, that's a stretch. But here's what was found in one of the graves down there. Look, just like the Aliens, there's no eyeball. Look. How can you deny it? It's just there. Obviously, it's cover up. Don't I'll probably get the men in black will be knocking at my door soon because I'm letting out the secrets here, folks. Obviously, and you notice that the baby aliens have like a schlong head on there. So I think that's what the Schlongus hideus. Double wink there. So but I forgot. How could I forget? Secret ancient technology right here. Look, old rabbit ears, TV. Look, even got the stand there. Obviously, they had 1970s, 1980s technology right there. The old 4x3 Is that 4? Oh my God, that's 4x4. Oh, where you go? Now it doesn't end there because they've got a stapler. They had Office Works. What's the American version of Office Works, where you get all your stationery supplies from, or the electronics store. It's there. How can you deny this? Like don't look at the academics and the textbooks that they like. Don't look. That's just to distract you. What you need to do is get lost technologies and symbolism taught, because that's it was Annie XT. He uncovered this sperm. Like obviously they had sperm. It's just like it's clear as day. All these other they don't make any sense. Look, everything else just don't. There's no hieroglyphs there to look at all. There's no writing system. It doesn't exist. What you need to look at is the sperm, because that's clearly a sperm. It's not a balloon. They didn't have plastic and rubber. They didn't like blow up a balloon and it's running out of helium and getting a little bit flaccid. It's not a jar of water. It's it's not a street lamp. How did I? It's a street lamp. How did I not see that? Obviously, it's not. It's a street lamp, sperm street lamp. It's not a jar of water. It's not a balloon that's a little bit weak on the helium there. It's denial. You're denying. You're crazy if you don't see it. What is it? That's well, obviously it's Pleiadian. Can you see it's Pleiadian right there? This one's crashed. This is I think this is Roswell anyway. But yeah, it's man, wow, you've got to take this seriously. Like, don't look at this. What I'm showing, don't look. Turn away the screen. This is all cover up with all this hieroglyphs. All this other writing just doesn't make sense. It's not in any sort of context or whatever. It's there is I pick one hieroglyph out. Have you ever noticed that the letter S looks like a snake? Well, because it's not the letter S, it's a snake. The letter Z is a weapon. It's like, don't look. Don't research. Don't do anything. Just pick a random picture. These are flamethrowers. It's not wheat, because wheat and grain and these other type of plants. So they didn't have agriculture back then. They just wore towels. They were towel wearing primitives. So there you go. It's what can you say? How can you deny this? It's just truth. It's truth. Give me 6,000